Glad that you guys are here today. Devils Flyers coming up next in Philadelphia. Teams 2 and 7 in the division. Devils trying to finish out this road trip on a good note with a game against the Flyers. 2 and 2 so far on this road trip. Look, last two games haven't been as good. Devils, trying to get out of here with a winning record on this road trip. Will look better in the standings too. They're 3 now behind Carolina. So a win tonight would put them in a better spot. And hopefully they get a good game tonight. Jake Allen starting in net for New Jersey. Look, he's looked really good this year. Obviously, Devils wanted to keep him around. They wanted him as a backup. They signed that, kind of interesting contract, 5 years, $1.8 million. And he's getting the start tonight. His numbers have looked better than Jacob Markstrom so far. Now, you guys know I do think Jacob Markstrom's still, the number one goaltender. I don't think there's any, goalie controversy here. Jake Allen getting the start tonight. It is good to see your backup playing well. And definitely, hopefully, a good outcome tonight from Jake Allen and the New Jersey Devils. Flyers going with Daniel Vladar. Look, Vladar's quietly had a really good year this year. You look at his numbers so far. He's found a way to get a .911 save percentage, 12 games. Philadelphia has not had good goaltending in the past few years. They're getting it this year from Daniel Vladar. So Vladar expected to start for Philadelphia. Puck drop, I assume, coming up soon within the next minute or two. And we'll get going. Let me know, though, in the chat. Give any your comments, questions. Let me know down in the chat. And we'll get going here soon, underway from Philadelphia with big 2 points on the line with the Flyers and Devils. Sorry, having a little bit of technical difficulty here, but we're going to keep this thing going. Devils, Flyers, let me know down in the comments what you're looking for coming into this game. Obviously, Flyers trying to get their way back up in the standings, 7th in the division right now. And hey, if they win tonight, they have a possibility of getting back into a wild card spot. That's how close it is right now with the standings in the Metropolitan Division in the Eastern Conference. A win tonight could put Philadelphia from 7th in the division all the way back into a wild card spot. So, obviously, big game for Philadelphia, big game for New Jersey. They haven't looked as good recently. They have 1 goal in their last 8 periods. That's not going to get it done. We know how good this offense is. It's injured, we know, but they should be putting up better stat lines than that. So, definitely a game to get the Devils back into a good spot, feeling good. A win tonight would put them within 1 point of Carolina in the division. So definitely big game for both teams as we wait for it to get underway. Definitely some things to look for tonight in terms of, obviously Devils want to get better goal scoring. They want to be better on the power play. Last game against Tampa wasn't very good on the power play, or 2 games ago against Tampa. And then Florida, look, they didn't even score. So they definitely need to get goal scoring tonight. Jake Allen hopefully has a good night in net, and they're able to get past Philadelphia and come into this road trip at a 3-2-0 record. And that's good. You think about the type of situation they're in with the injuries, going on a road trip, 5 games, coming out of here 3-2 after 2 maybe not so great games would be a good thing for New Jersey. So New Jersey definitely looking to get a win tonight against Philadelphia, a team that they probably should beat, probably should at the end of the year be ahead in the standings. So this is a game they got to find a way to get a win tonight, but you definitely need to get, more goals. Obviously, you can't be having 1-goal games, 0-goal games. You need more goals. You need more goals from your top guys like Nico, Hischier, Timo, Meier, even Dawson, Mercer. Need some more goal scoring. And need some more goal scoring from your bottom 6. The bottom 6 so far are really not done enough this year. They need more goal scoring from the bottom 6. Looking at so far the stats this year, Cotter with 1 goal, Palat with 1 goal, Noesen with 1 goal, and I know Noesen did have the injury, had to get the surgery, started the season a little bit later. They do need more goal scoring from that bottom 6. Evgeny Donatov definitely adds a little bit of a different look to that bottom 6. I mean, I was a really big fan of the Evgeny Dodonov signing at the beginning of the year, beginning of the offseason, getting Evgeny Dodonov on the team. Not a bad contract at all, just 1 year, really low risk, high reward. I think he's a perfect fit in that bottom six, and that's where he'll be starting tonight. But we'll see. Sheldon Keefe, sometimes likes to play with the lines, so we'll see if he plays with the lines early. Definitely a different look going with Nico, Hischier, Jesper, Bratt, and Timo Meier on that first line tonight. Dawson, Mercer obviously need to be moved to the second line center position with all the center injuries and guys like Cody Glass and Jack Hughes not in the lineup. You're going to need to get a little bit more out of the lineup in general when you have guys like that out of the lineup. And I mean, past 2 games, they really haven't gotten it. This is a good game to try and get that back. Divisional rival Philadelphia, a chance to move into a playoff spot tonight. New Jersey looking to get back on the right track, ending this road trip in a good situation at 3-2, and 1 point away from Carolina with a win tonight. So big game coming up. Hopefully puck drop starts soon. I feel like this year they've started games a little bit later. I mean, it just feels like, it used to be 7:07. Now they're pushing it back to 7:09. And, I guess get some more commercials in. But game puck drop hopefully coming up soon. Devils, Flyers from Philadelphia. Devils ending on a 5-game road trip. Chance to go out on a good note tonight. So let me know what you think down in the comments. Let me know what you're looking for in this game. What stood out to you so far this year? And if there's anything coming into this game that you're looking for, that you're interested about, obviously a different lineup going into tonight, different line combination. Sheldon Keefe kind of fishing around for what's going to work. I mean, that's kind of what you do when you score 1 goal in your last 8 periods. Something needs to change. Devils know that they need to get a change. Know they need a better game tonight. And a good chance here against Philadelphia when this game gets underway. Vladar Allen, just looking at Vladar's numbers right now, 7-4-1, 9-11. He's definitely giving Philadelphia a much better goaltending than they've gotten in the past. And Jake Allen has been really good for New Jersey this year. So, look, very comfortable going into a game with Jake Allen. I know I said I think Jacob Markstrom is the starter of this team. Feel comfortable going into this game with Jake Allen. 920 so far this year, 7-3. Hopefully it continues tonight. Those are the great numbers you can get from your backup. If you can get those numbers, you feel really good. Devils can kind of go to who they want in net. And they go with Jake Allen tonight. And definitely going to give them a chance to win. Devils, Flyers, 7 o'clock. From Philadelphia. Waiting to see what happens. Let me know down in the comments, what do you want to see tonight? Devils starting out with a much different lineup, as we kind of talked about a little bit earlier, with Dawson, Mercer on the second line, having to fill in for guys like Jack Hughes and Cody Glass, who are out of the lineup. And then the first line going with Nico, Hischier, Jesper, Bratt, Timo Meier as their first line. That should be, that one's interesting to think about. Because, Timo Meier started off, getting the goals and then it kind of fell off a little bit. And you want to see him start scoring more again. Putting him with, probably your more 2 talented forwards in your lineup when guys like Jack Hughes are out. That should be really interesting. Hopefully, they get a little bit more chances and Timo Meier can get back on the goal sheet tonight. It was nice to see that Nico Hischier got back on the goal sheet 2 nights ago or 2 games ago. Against Tampa. You definitely want to see a little bit more production from Nico Hischier in terms of goal scoring. We know his defense is great. We know he can be a 2-way forward, Selke finalist, but you want to see some more goal scoring. And they got a goal the other night from Nico Hischier, but it'd be really key if he can get a goal tonight. He's played really well against Philadelphia in the past. So you hopefully get more of that tonight, as it looks like they are getting underway from the Wells Fargo Center in Philadelphia. Devils, Flyers, getting going 7-2 in the division. Devils holding that second spot in the division at 13-6-1. Philadelphia looking to get another win. Look, Philadelphia this year only has 4 regulation wins. They have 10 wins overall, but only 4 have gotten in regulation. And the Devils, we know, have played a lot of overtime games recently. So we'll see if that's we're in store for some more overtime tonight. Extra hockey from Philadelphia as we get ready to get underway. Sheldon Keefe going with that first line to start the game. Dougie Hamilton, Jonas Siegenthaler, the defensive group to start tonight, and we are underway. Philadelphia takes the opening draw. I mean, it's going to be key for the Devils to get the first goal. I mean, we've seen them struggle when they don't get the first goal, and it's been, kind of a theme for the past, 3 years, where they can't get the first goal. So definitely want to get on the scoreboard first. I mean, that's something that's hurt them recently, not being able to get on the scoreboard first, letting other teams kind of get the first jump. They want to definitely have a good start tonight, and they're giving themselves a different look. Look, things aren't working, haven't worked the past couple of games. You go with a different look. Timo Meier slotting into that first line left wing spot with Nico, Hischier, and Jesper, Bratt. And should be something to look out for, something that, maybe can add a little bit more offense for New Jersey tonight. Because they're still one of the better scoring teams in the league. Even though the past 2 games they've struggled, they're still getting, good goal scoring overall from this season. They just need more players to chip in and maybe some of their top players to put up some more goals. As, you're playing a Philadelphia team that, isn't necessarily, great defensively. I did say that, Vladar has had a really good start to this season. Probably Philadelphia, definitely more so pleasantly surprised. But you definitely want to see the Devils take advantage of a Philadelphia team, a rival, a team that they should be better at come the end of the season. So you want to see a win here. I mean, these games are important in November. I mean, we're almost at that Thanksgiving mark where it kind of, you see where, like 75% of teams at Thanksgiving that are in the playoffs wind up making the playoffs. So, I mean, these are all key games, key game against a divisional team. And hopefully Devils find a way to get a win here as they go offsides, 1:25 into the game. And, not too much going on. I wasn't expecting it to start so late. So, just trying to see, what this kind of has going on tonight, because Devils clearly need some extra goal scoring. Yeah, no, it's not great that we don't have Jack Hughes. Definitely hurts us, obviously. I mean, when you take a 100-point guy out of the lineup, it's going to hurt any lineup. And I mean, we felt it. We have 1 goal in the past 8 periods. Goal scoring's been an issue. You got to juggle out the line. Sheldon Keefe went with a completely different lineup, something he hasn't done yet this season, putting Timo Meier on that first line, keeping Arseny Griciuk in the top 6. So, I mean, that's always good news. I mean, Arseny Griciuk should be in the top 6. So, keeping Arseny Griciuk in the top 6 is good news. And hopefully it leads to something tonight. Getting Dadonov back in the lineup is helpful. You need more goal scoring kind of all over the lineup. I mean, kind of easy to say when you're struggling a little bit in the past couple of games in terms of goal scoring. Got shut out last game. But, hopefully some more goal scoring tonight. Jesper Bratt goal and 6 assists in his last 13 games. Look, you need the extra goal scoring from Jesper Bratt. I mean, that's somebody you're going to rely on a lot when Jack Hughes is out of the lineup. When you have a 100-point player out of the lineup, everyone needs to step up. You're going to need to get more goal scoring. You're going to have to do it more so in a group. And they definitely have to put up some better stat lines going forward. As so far, I mean, in this game, nobody's really taking control. I mean, there's been no real offensive zone pressure from either team. I mean, nobody's really setting up yet. So teams, I guess, just still figuring it out, feeling out the ice. As Devils are going into the forward zone. And there's Simon Nemec going in, leading the rush. Look, Simon Nemec, it's been great how they developed him this year. They've let him play his style. He's an offensive defenseman. You got to let him play offensively, and that's what New Jersey's done so far. That's what Bradshaw's done. I mean, Bradshaw is probably the best addition the Devils made during the offseason. Hiring Bradshaw, seeing what he did in Columbus with Zach Werenski, Seth Jones, what he did in St. Louis with guys like Kevin Shattenkirk, Alexander Pietrangelo, seeing him develop these defensemen. You're starting to see a little bit more of that with Simon Nemec this season. And look, this is the year for Simon Nemec to kind of really put his name into the hat as that top pairing defenseman for New Jersey. I mean, New Jersey is already kind of loaded in terms of having defensemen. I know they're injured right now, But they have a ton of defensemen, and they have defensive prospects as well. And they're talking about, Quinn Hughes coming over. This was Simone Nemec's chance, and so far he's taking complete advantage of it. Has definitely been one of the better players. Got it snubbed for 3 stars of the week a week ago. Probably should have been there. I mean, a hat trick, goal in overtime, sent another game to overtime with 5 seconds left. He's definitely giving you good offense this year. And look, that's what New Jersey needs. They're letting him play in the offensive zone. They're letting him chip in. I mean, you didn't see it last year with Simone Nemec, kind of below the goal line at some times. And this year you're seeing it, and he's not getting caught too often on an odd man rush the other way. He's got really good intelligence of knowing when to jump in and what to do when he's in there. And, the skill definitely helps him. So, good from Nemec so far. Let me know what you think in the comments, though. Who's impressed you so far this season? As Connor Brown, I mean, that's the second shot on net for New Jersey. Brown Gritsjuk. I mean, that definitely, I think, could be interesting. I mean, obviously, you have Connor Brown, who definitely is a speedster. You can play throughout your lineup, a little bit more of a versatile player. Gritsjuk, more that offensive player. You're looking for the skill. You're looking for the goal scoring. That's what Gritsjuk brings you more, and kind of more of what you want from Gritsjuk. Younger player, got to play their strengths. We've seen New Jersey and how they've handled the Mets this year, playing to his strengths. And it's helped the Mets and it's helped New Jersey. So, Gritsjuk, Brown, Mercer as that second line. And, Mercer, look, no real complaints about Dawson. Mercer maybe lately hasn't scored the same way he was, but I don't think you can make too many complaints about Dawson Mercer. Dawson Mercer is having a career year to start the year. Gritsjuk coming over from Russia, coming over from the KHL, looks exactly as advertised. Even if the numbers aren't completely there, he looks exactly as advertised. Looks like a future star in this league, and he's playing where he should be. Top 6. I mean, you shouldn't be going out and trying to, figure out who can play the top 6. So Arsenij Gritsjuk can be in the bottom 6, taking defensive zone faceoffs, not as skilled players with him. So Arsenij Gritsjuk getting a chance in the top 6, that's always good. He should be there for the rest of the season, quite honestly. As the first line trying to do something now, definitely need something, and there's a turnover. So that's not what I meant by do something, but definitely getting more production from this first line. Need more from Nico Hischier. Need more from Timo, Meier. Even Jesper Bratt, 1 goal in his last 13 games. You need more. Somebody's got to find the back of the net. Gives New Jersey a better chance to win tonight. Because when you're injured, and you saw it in Washington, you got to take advantage of your power plays. And the Devils didn't take advantage of their power plays. They didn't take advantage of their power plays in Tampa. They didn't take advantage of their power plays in Florida. You need to take advantage of your power plays when you have injuries. Because 5-on-5, you're not going to get the same type of chances. When you're down Jack Hughes, when you're down Cody Glass, you're not going to get the same type of chances. Even if Cody Glass is your 3rd, 4th line center, when you're out 2 centers, I mean, it definitely gives a much different feel. You're not going to get the same type of 5-on-5 chances when those guys are out of the lineup, when you have 2 centers out, when you have a 100-point player. So if you're not going to get your 5-on-5 chances, you have to take advantage of the power play. Hopefully, they can get back on the board on the power play tonight. It's Philadelphia's penalty kill. It's pretty good. I mean, it's 2nd in the league right now. Now, will it stay there? We'll wait and see. But to start the year, Philadelphia's penalty kill has definitely given them a boost and, has them, I know they're 7th in the division right now, but they really are right there. I mean, they could be in a playoff spot with a win tonight against New Jersey. So, I mean, standings are all really kind of jumbled up. They're all right there. So, I mean, it's about as close as you can get. I mean, every team is right around, is over 500. So, and I don't think you ever can really say anyone's out of the race. I know that we say Thanksgiving is that, that 75% chance of making it if you're in a playoff spot, which New Jersey should definitely be in a playoff spot come Thanksgiving. I mean, if they drop these next 3, let's not talk like that, but they should definitely be in a playoff spot come Thanksgiving, giving them a better chance. But we know that Tom Fitzgerald and Sheldon Keefe weren't exactly pleased or happy with the results last year. They weren't looking, 42 wins, just over 90 points. I mean, that wasn't what they wanted. First round exit. Definitely had some higher expectations going into last season and throughout the season. The team that we saw in December and January, and then kind of, fall off. And I mean, the injuries happened, but they were already kind of going in the opposite direction. Didn't get to do much of the deadline. Hopefully they get to do a little bit more. I mean, you've seen them starting to get linked to certain players. Ryan O'Reilly of Nashville. I think that'd be great for New Jersey. I think they definitely need a third-line center. Ryan O'Reilly, I think, fits that mold. He's good in the playoffs. He's won a Selke. You can play him all around your lineup. I genuinely think that'd be probably their best move in terms of getting a center. I mean, Ryan O'Reilly, you could go through a stretch with putting Ryan O'Reilly as your second-line center if you are going to deal with injuries again. So maybe it's something that happens sooner rather than later. maybe they find a way to get Ryan O'Reilly over here, before the new year. I know Nashville definitely wants to make some moves. Now, what are they going to ask for? You're definitely talking a first-round pick, probably a defensive prospect. So you're going to have to give up things to get a good player. And I mean, that's just the reality. At the end of the day, it's the reality of the NHL. Probably going to have to look to a prospect, but Ryan O'Reilly, I think definitely fits the Devils what they want to do, as New Jersey is going to the power play. And I said it. Look, the Devils need to find goal scoring on the power play. When you're out players, when you're, struggling to score, when you're not going to get the same 5-on-5 chances, you have to find a way to score on the power play. Philadelphia ranked second in the league on the penalty kill, but Devils starting up on the power play. Hischier, Mercer, can't see who's on the side right now. Meier, and then Hamilton and Bratt. So Devils power play getting started. Hopefully, I mean, look, you struggle to score early. You've struggled to score in general. Power play wasn't as good in these past couple losses. You need to get a goal here on the power play at some point tonight. I mean, your power play has to come to life when you're in the situation that the Devils are with injuries and struggling to score first and scoring early. You have to find a way to get a goal on the power play. Power play's got to come in as they're ranked 12th in the league right now. And this should definitely be a top 10 unit. So you have to get a goal here tonight on the power play as the Devils setting up again. And yeah, I mean, that was a good chance, but I mean, puck doesn't wind up on net. You want to get those chances, get them on net, and, put the first goal on the board, because something that they didn't do it all last game and have struggled to do this season and for the past few seasons, as the Devils setting up again. And you just need to get some more goal scoring. I mean, this team, Tom Fitzgerald's going to have to figure out what he wants to do come trade deadline. And, goal scoring might be something he looks to, because bottom six is struggling again, even though he spent the past 2 off seasons trying to improve the bottom six. Now, I'm of the thought that, you're better off improving your bottom six by going and getting top 6 forwards and stars. So I do hope the Devils go out and get a winger at the deadline. If not, I mean, Ryan O'Reilly probably makes it a little bit tougher to go and get a winger as well. But I definitely... Oh, and there's a goal. There you go. Timo Meier. I mean, look, that's what you needed. You need your top guys who, you need more goal scoring from. Power play goal. That's what you needed. First goal of the game. Timo Meier on the power play. 7:37 into the game. And look, sometimes they're going to come like that. You shrink the ice. Devils shrink the ice. Timo Meier gets a bounce up in front, actually catches it and puts it in the net. And you know what? Goals are all worth the same. So that's how it's going to come. Devils get on the board first in Philadelphia. 1-0 New Jersey to start the game. You definitely wanted to see that, and it's good that it's a guy like Timo Meier. It's good that it's on the power play. And it's good that it's the first goal of the game. So all good stuff there from the Devils. 1-0. Devils actually out shooting Philadelphia right now, 8-3. They do have the only power play of the game, but out shooting Philadelphia 8-3 to start. Not a bad stat line for New Jersey starting out tonight as they are up 1-0. And I mean, here's Nemec again. Look, he's leading the rush. That's how you want to play Nemec. You want to let him be able to use his offense. Uses his offense right there. Doesn't necessarily turn into anything, but they're going to turn into it the more and more you let him do what he's designed to do. And Bradshaw has recognized that. And look, you're getting a so far it looks like a career year from Simone Nemec to start. I mean, yeah, he's only in year 3. So, I mean, you can't put too much into it. But seeing Simone Nemec the way he's played this year, especially over the past 10 games or so, has been really nice. Yep, Timo time. Timo Meier getting on the board. You need Timo Meier to score. Look, he started off the year really nice and kind of went into a little bit of a slump. And we know he's more of, a timely goal scorer. We know that he goes on stretches where he scores a bunch and then, it kind of cools off. You want to see more consistency. You want to see power play goals, and Timo Meier in front of the net and puts Devils up 1-0 on the power play. As Devils so far, to start this game, Philadelphia ties it. Okay, so 1-1 now. Can't put that on Allen. Now, see, those type of goals, I do have issues with. Like, the goals on when you're in the offensive zone, you're trying to shorten the ice and, kind of be aggressive, and, you just get an odd man rush the other way. I don't really fault the team as much on that. But, this is one, you give an entry. Devils aren't aggressive enough. Allen pokes it back out. I'm not going to fault Allen there, but, those are two just kind of giving it right back to their team. I don't even know what the words, I don't even know what words to put into it. But, he makes a save. He pushes it right back out, and then he pushes it right onto the stick of Coates. And, those type of things can happen. So maybe kind of a mental mistake there from Allen, but Allen's been really good for the Devils so far this year. It's not going to go too much into it, but those are the type of goals that you don't want to see. Easy entry for the defense, doesn't really give Philadelphia any problem in the entry. Shot from the high slot. Allen gives it back. Allen gives it back a second time, and Philadelphia capitalizes on it. And that's what's going to happen. You keep giving a team chances in one shift, it usually doesn't go right. I don't think that either team so far has necessarily kind of taken control in terms of offensive zone pressure. Devils obviously had the power play, but that's not 5-on-5. So yeah, just starting out this game, Devils looking to create a little bit more offense because they definitely could use some more. They got to take advantage of the power play. They did so far, 1-for-1 on the power play, but we definitely know that the Devils need more goal scoring as the Philadelphia Flyers tie it just moments after the Devils take the 1-0 lead. They're shooting them 8-4 though. But like I said, I don't. Neither team has necessarily taken advantage of their offensive zone time so far tonight. So not gonna look too much into it. But Devils Flyers 1-1 halfway through the first period. Shots 8-4 to New Jersey. And Philadelphia recently tying up the scoreboard. Let me know what you think, though, the lines tonight. Because obviously they're doing something different. And I do like kind of Sheldon Keefe's heavy approach on the top 6. Kind of putting the guys, the top players, top skilled players in his top 6 tonight with the injuries. Just kind of loading up with guys like Timo Meier, Nico Hischier, and Jesper Bratt all on one line. Then Arseny Gertziuk in the top 6. I like the thought process behind that from Sheldon Keefe. But the bottom 6, we definitely do need that extra goal scoring. Because, got players, we're basically 20 plus games into the season now, and you have players still, at 1 goal, multiple players in your bottom 6 who have just 1 goal this season. You can't really, it's tough to win when you have multiple players in your bottom 6 who are on pace for 4 goals the whole entire year. Okay? That just doesn't necessarily work out. So, Devils need to get some more goal scoring. Zegras with the puck. Look, Zegras having a pretty good year. And Philadelphia got him relatively cheap. And, that's definitely somebody to keep an eye on tonight. Look, guy's very skilled. I think Anaheim made a really bad trade with that one. I definitely wanted Trevor Zegras when he was, kind of in the trade rumors. And he kind of got forced into them right away. The guy didn't even have time to breathe after the injury. And they're talking about, Anaheim needs to move on from Trevor Zegras. Move on from Trevor Zegras. He's young forward. He's put up 60 points in this league. It didn't make a ton of sense to me. So, would have been nice to get him, but having a good year in Philadelphia as Vladar covers up. Devils out shooting the Flyers 9-4 to start the game, but I don't think any team's got necessarily great chances. I mean, Philadelphia on their great chances, kind of more so a mistake on their Devils goaltender. So, and then the Devils' goal was power play. So, I mean, you want to see more 5-on-5. First goal in his last 10 road games for Timo Meier. You definitely want to see probably a better stat for that. So, gets on the board tonight, though. 1-1 Devils Flyers from Philadelphia. Philadelphia, they have the Michkov line out there. Look, Michkov, not necessarily a great start to the year. 4 goals in his first 20 games. You're just hoping that he doesn't all of a sudden come to, get a spark tonight. Devils definitely, that's somebody you want to look at. And as Michkov's going on the breakaway, and he scores. I mean, those, I don't know if you can say I jinxed that, but yeah, that's another defensive breakdown. I mean, that's not something where, you're on an odd man rush because you're creating a ton of offense in the offensive zone. No, you just lost. That's just a missed assignment right there. I mean, Michkov comes right at the center of the ice. It's not like he tried to fool anyone. He doesn't fool anyone. He doesn't, roll out to the outside and kind of just get by the defense. He just shoots right at the center of the ice. Center of the ice, breakaway goal. Those type of things can happen. Those type of goals, the 2 goals that the Flyers have scored tonight are both not good goals. When you're in the offensive zone, you're creating a ton of pressure, and they go on an odd man rush because you were shortening the ice, shrinking the ice. Those are good goals to give up. I mean, they're not good, but they're not goals that are necessarily going to look horrible. I mean, that one doesn't look good either, as it's 3-1 now, Philadelphia. So, I mean, they've blown this game right open. 3 goals on 6 shots, 7:45. So, what am I talking about, in terms of chances? Because now, all of a sudden, Philadelphia has had one good chance off the Devils. Devils, Allen kind of giving that puck back definitely didn't help. Last goal, not a missed assignment, but I know Philadelphia, Michkov just goes right up the middle of the ice. And then that's a one-time goal that Devils didn't seem aggressive enough. And it's the 4th line. Apologies. That's the 3rd line out there. But, I mean, 3rd line, 4th line has struggled this year. And, 3-1 Flyers. Look, it happens quick. You're in a losing streak. You're not playing well as recently. You have injuries. And that's a really bad goal. 4-1 Philadelphia. 4 unanswered in the first period. Those don't usually go your way. I think that might be 4. Is that 4 goals on 4 shots? If somebody can throw that in the chat, that might have been 4 goals on 4 shots. That's a goal, right? Yeah, Allen. I mean, Allen's been so good this year, but that's a goal he's got to have. I mean, that squeaks right by him. Not really a great angle, the shot. So, 4-1 Philadelphia to start this game. And, I mean, you got to wonder, Jacob Markstrom sounds like he tweaked something. So, I think if he didn't tweak something, I think you probably pull Allen right there. You wait till the end of the first period, potentially. I think it's going to be kind of more so what's, Markstrom injury update. I think that's kind of what they're feeling right now. That's going to make this decision. If Markstrom's good to go, Markstrom's going to come out for the second period. Because, I mean, that's 2 goals that are Allen's fault. 4-1, 13 minutes into the game. Team's kind of struggling to score in general. Don't get the saves from your goalie. It might go out. And now Jake Allen's been great this year. So I don't want to go too much into him. I mean, he's a .920 save percentage. So I don't want to go too much, into it. But, I mean, not a great start from Allen. I mean, those games are going to happen. You're going to have a game where, your goaltender's not going to give you, the best stat line. And that's what it looks like we're seeing at the start of tonight as it's 4-1 Philadelphia. They're blowing the game open. So much for not too many chances. Not a cool start here so far for New Jersey. But, I mean, hey, 2 periods after the 6 minutes left in the first period. You want to get 1 before the period ends, that's for sure. You don't want to be down 3, but you don't put yourself into a good spot when you let up 4 straight unanswered goals. As the Devils look, they got to create a little bit more. You need to rely on your stars. Hopefully you get another power play. But yeah, I don't think most of us saw this coming. As Devils look maybe it's a little bit of a slump. But I mean, you can't keep going, oh, well, they're injured. And, that's an issue. It's an issue, but every team deals with injuries. And it's not an excuse to be down 4-1 in the first period against a division rival, an important game. As Philadelphia looking to set up again, and they're going to the power play. So Philadelphia going to the power play, already up 4-1, just about 15 minutes into the game, 5:16 left to go in the first period. 4-1 Philadelphia. Arseny Griciuk going to the box for New Jersey. So Philadelphia setting up a power play. And look, Philadelphia, they have some guys who can score in the power play. Seager is having a much better year. Michkov, I mentioned right before the goal that wasn't having a great year, but I mean, that's a guy who can score at any point. I mean, he's got a great shot. Good young player. Should have went probably second overall in that draft, but kind of, I guess, didn't want to play for certain teams. And I mean, we're seeing that kind of as a trend with younger players kind of having a lot more say in what team they play with. It's interesting. But yeah. So, I mean, you got to be careful with this power play. You got to get a kill here. I mean, going down 5-1 in the first period on the road when you're not playing well doesn't bode well. I mean, when does it ever bode well to be down 5-1? I don't think it's ever good at any point in the game to be down 5-1. But, I mean, you put yourself down 4-1, you got to get the next one. And, I mean, you really think about it. You really have to get, I know it's one goal at a time, yeah, but you're looking at definitely pretty much the next 2. I mean, you don't want to fall down 3 again, put yourself in the exact same spot. So yeah, Devils not in a great start. We'll see. I mean, maybe it's Markstrom who gets the nod for the second period. I think it really depends on how hurt he is. I know he tweaked something. They don't want to go to him because you want to let your ace rest. But I mean, down 4-1, Allen hasn't looked great. Divisional game. You haven't played well recently. You might need to go to Jacob Markstrom to start the second period. No goaltending change as of yet, though, so we'll wait. We'll see what Sheldon Keefe thinks about it in the intermission. I doubt you. I mean, maybe if you score, but probably not pulling them here. Look, you got to kill it. Penalty kill struggled a little bit more as of late. I mean, kind of a lot of things have struggled more as of late, but I mean, this is a penalty kill that killed 21 in a row, so you're hopefully you can get a kill here. I'm reading a stat. 3 goals in 26 seconds. Ties 5th quickest in NHL history. So yeah, that's not a good stat for New Jersey. But I think 2-on-1 looks like right here. Ref, I guess, kind of got in the way of Connor Brown. Doesn't necessarily turn into anything except for you're going to get the offensive zone faceoff on Philadelphia's power play. Look, they got to get a kill here. Don't want to go down 4 goals in the first period. As the Devils look so far tonight, I mean, they power play. I kind of said it before the game. You have to take advantage of your power play because 5-on-5, you're not going to get the same chances when you have 2 centers out of the lineup, 100-point player out of the lineup. So definitely get the power play going, but other parts of the game have not necessarily looked good. As Devils looking to get a kill here. Flyers 19th ranked power play, Devils 12th ranked penalty kill. So get a kill here, and yeah, you got to get the next few, to say the least. But I mean, look, lineup different tonight. I said that Sheldon Keefe might make some changes as the game goes on, and it looks like almost definitely after this first period. I mean, you're looking at 4-1. You haven't created a ton of offense. I don't think you necessarily deserve to be down 4-1, but I don't think you really put anything to put yourself an extra goal. I mean, your goal you scored on the power play. I said the power play needed to get going, but 5-on-5 they haven't really, created anything, had any high danger scoring chances. So the Flyers scored 3 goals in 26 seconds. And that's the 5th fastest in NHL history. So, it's not a pleasant start, to say the least, for New Jersey. That might be another penalty, right? No, they didn't call it. All right, they didn't call it. So, Devils only down 1 man as Flyers trying to get they're creating again. And, Zegras just missed that. They're starting to create now. The goals that, Philadelphia scored, outside of that first one, those, defensive breakdowns, Jake Allen giving it away on the first one. So more so, maybe a little bit more on Jake Allen. And then that 4th goal, definitely, more so on Allen, as now he makes a great save, in front. Oh, that could start something. This game could get chippy. When you have a 4-1 game, you're playing Philadelphia, divisional rival, things maybe get chippy a little bit quicker. As, Devils definitely didn't expect this. They've struggled to score recently. They're 0-2. They on a losing streak. Tempers maybe flare a little bit more when certain things are put into it, and those are some of those certain things. That's a nice play by Dillon. Look, Dillon's been really good this year for New Jersey. I think a lot better than last year. Dillon's definitely been one of their more reliable defensemen so far this year. And does a nice job right there keeping it at 4-1. I don't know if that's necessarily a great thing either. But, Philadelphia. 6 more seconds to kill on the power play. Got to get this kill here. And then, you give yourself around 3 minutes to try and get at least one before the period ends. Because, definitely 4-1, 4-2. Those definitely look different. So hopefully get the kill, and now they officially get the kill. Nice save by Allen in front there on Michkov. As they're really going tonight. They're definitely tempers flare. I guess 4-1 game, Philadelphia, New Jersey. In Philadelphia, Devils trying to finish off a road trip at 3-2 on the positive side of 500. In order to do that, they will have to come back down from 4-1. You guys can let me know what you guys think in the comments so far about this first period. I don't think they deserve to be down 4-1 necessarily, but I don't think they deserve more than 1 goal. I don't think they've created a ton. They scored. Their only goal was on the power play. They've let up 4 straight. So I don't think they deserve to be down 4-1, but I don't think they really deserve to necessarily be winning this game either. I don't think they deserve to, have a better outcome in terms of goal scoring. They haven't created a ton. Their 1 goal was a power play goal. Lately, the past 2 games, I've scored 1 goal in the past 2. Goal scoring just is a problem right now. They're going to have to make a move. I think it has to come externally, whether that be a Ryan O'Reilly, whether that be, some first-line winger. Jordan Kyrou's name has gotten thrown around. I don't know if St. Louis will move off of Jordan Kyrou, but if they are, you definitely got to bid on that. Jordan Kyrou, one of the better goal scorers in the whole entire NHL, and that's something you probably could use. Look, I think they have a little bit too much. I know right now the depth isn't even scoring, but I think you need to add another top 6 winger. I think you need to add a top 6 winger and then move guys down the lineup. Instead of, putting a guy in to your 3rd line or 4th line and then kind of, just keeping everyone at the same spot. No, I think you need to go get a top 6 winger and move players down the lineup. So hopefully that's Tom Fitzgerald's thought process. So you guys can let me know yours. I'd love to hear it. What you think the Devils need to add. Do they need to add? Do you think the answer is in the building? They can do it internally. I think they're definitely going to be aggressive at the trade deadline. I think unless, I don't think they'll be in the same situation as they were last year where, they did have the injuries and they were kind of falling, in the wrong direction. They expected guys like Jonas, Siegenthaler, and Dougie Hamilton to be out much longer term. And then Jack Hughes obviously getting shut down right before the trade deadline. So it kind of changed, though they approached that trade deadline, I think they would have been a lot more aggressive. So I expect them to be aggressive this year, more like, they were 2 or I guess going to be 3 years ago at that point. When they acquired Timo Meier, I expect them to be a little bit more of like that type of aggressive than what they did last year and kind of, just going getting Cody Glass and Sprong as well. But Devils, Flyers, 4-1 Philadelphia. Not the start the Devils wanted. Flyers have done a better job of taking advantage of their chances. They've definitely started to create, especially in the second half of the period. And, they scored 3 goals in 26 seconds, and he scored 3 goals in 26 seconds. Look, sometimes that's enough for a 60-minute game. And the Devils definitely hope that isn't the case. I'm not going out here and saying this game's over by any means. Yeah, you're going to have to get more to this line. I mean, they're going to change the line. So let's be honest. Lines are going to look different in the second period. Because the forwards have not created enough so far in this game. And defensively, they've struggled. Flyers have came out here. They've looked good offensively. Especially in the second half of this period, they're creating the danger scoring chances. Devils aren't doing that. And, their top guys are taking advantage. I mean, an odd man rush, they score. Michkov goes right down the middle of the ice on a breakaway, finds a way to score. So, they're taking advantage of their chances. Jake Allen pokes the puck out, guy wide open, scores. So one team is taking, even if there aren't a ton of chances so far in this game, one team is taking advantage of them and the other team is not. And that team's up 4-1 as looks like Michkov's been in it this period so far. Oh wow, Michkov and Gritsuk. That'd be interesting. I don't know if they're gonna. Gritsuk's going to the penalty box. I don't think it was in frame of what exactly happened. Nemec also kind of getting into it. Look, I mean, where's Kurtis MacDermid when you need him? I liked Kurtis MacDermid. It was good. Came in here, did his job. Wish him definitely the best over there in Ottawa. But, this game's getting chippy. Gritsuk going to the penalty box. It was out of frame. So, we didn't see exactly what happened, who started it. All right, here's the replay. So, we'll see in 2 seconds. It looks like, it's Mitch. Oh. So, Gritsuk's got a little fire under him. Devils are getting the power play, though. I don't know exactly how the Devils are getting a power play. Let's see, maybe a closer up of exactly what happened. But Devils are the ones who are going to get the power play out of this. So hopefully you score again. Because that'd be a lot better. 4-2 instead of 4-1. They're still talking from the penalty box. That's really interesting and funny in a way. Michkov and Gritsuk, the 2 younger stars going at it. I don't know what happened. I don't know why the Devils are getting the power play, though. I'm not going to lie. It looked like Gritsuk kind of went after Michkov. I'm sure if I get to see, a view a little bit closer up, maybe something else was done. But Devils getting the power play, down 4-1, 1:34 left in the period. I mean, these power plays are very difficult because obviously you got to kind of rush it, and then when you do get to the second period, the face-off is at center ice. So, Devils looking to get back on the board, making a 4-2 game as not a great start. Flyers out shooting the Devils 10-9. And you wouldn't think it's 4-1 game, but that's exactly what it is as the Devils setting up here. Hamilton, Meier, Mercer, Bratt, and Hischier on the power play to start the power play. I mean, this is somewhere where you do want Jack, but you have a 5-on-4 advantage. You don't have Jack right now. You got to take advantage of your 5-on-4 advantages as the Devils are going to try and set it up here. Now, Flyers look, this penalty kill look a lot more like a number 2 in the league penalty kill. As the period continues to wind down, Devils look like they'll get at least one more rush right here. As, I mean, even just the zone entries look sloppy right now. I mean, that zone entry just did not work whatsoever. That's a good chance setting up Noesen in front. Noesen's somebody, you definitely need some more goal scoring from. I mean, he's got 1 goal so far this year. I mean, he was somebody who was brought in to, help more of that bottom 6. And 1 goal so far to start the year just isn't enough. And we know we can get more from him. So hopefully he gets going. I mean, definitely could use one tonight. Could use a lot of things tonight. As the first period ends, Philadelphia up on New Jersey, 4-1 after 1. Look, not a good period. Devils did not take advantage of their opportunities. Philadelphia did. Devils didn't create a ton of opportunities. You get the power play goal. Great start to the game because you did things you weren't doing. You scored the first goal of the game. You scored a power play goal. But then you ended up 4 goals and 3 in 26 seconds. Those things don't bode well for you, and you have a 4-1 game after the first. I don't think it should be 4-1, but I don't think the Devils should be winning in this game either. They haven't created a ton. You have your 1 goal on the power play, and Philadelphia has found a way. They've taken advantage of their opportunities. Devils haven't. And 4-1 for Philadelphia. So Devils have to find a way. Look, they're going to change up the lines. You definitely have to go with a different look in this second period. You can't have a 4-1 period and just keep the line, especially when they're new. Like, I know sometimes you got to let things marinate, but when you have new lines, because you made new lines because you were struggling, and you fall down 4-1 after 1 period with those new lines, yeah, you're changing them. you're going to change them. We'll see a different look. Let me know down in the comments, though, if you guys maybe have some suggestions on how the Devils can get back into this game. They need 3. Going to need 4 at least to win the game. But Devils down 4-1 after 1. And look, it's an important game. I mean, Philadelphia, it's gonna, if they win, goes from 7 to 2. Or no, sorry, 7 to second wild card spot. Depending on what else goes on throughout the night, though. There are some other teams in action. But the Devils have struggled so far tonight. And this is a big game for them, too. They could fall just down 1 point to Carolina with a win tonight. And actually, because Philadelphia has a game in hand, technically, if Philadelphia wins this game in regulation, they could pass New Jersey off of the next game. Which is just, just shows how, cluttered up the Metropolitan and Eastern Conference is just in general in terms of the standings. Teams all right around the same area. And Devils 4-1 so far to start tonight. Wasn't a great first period, that's for sure. You had the good start. You kind of did what you wanted to do. I mean, you get the power play goal. Timo Meier scores it. First goal of the game. And then now you let up 4. And you're in a situation that doesn't look great. But, I mean, you got 40 more minutes. And hope maybe some extra time. But 4-1 Philadelphia after 1. Devils getting outshot 10-9. They will start on the second period on the power play. Still a little bit of time left to go on the power play. I believe it's 26 seconds, if I'm not mistaken. Look, I never like these power plays where, you're starting with a center face-off at center ice. The power plays cut down. These power plays aren't great, especially with the center ice. And you got to rush it to end the period because you're trying to get a goal before the period ends. And, you're taking advantage of your power play, and it's tough to take advantage of your power play when it's just going to get randomly cut in half or cut in some type of way. And but the Devils, look, they're going to get 26 seconds. Maybe you're looking, just get some offensive zone pressure. Start off in the offensive zone. I mean, if you can get the puck into the offensive zone and kind of, create a little bit and get an offensive zone face-off, I mean, then and get, some chances, then, power play does more of its job. But you need to get a goal. I mean, you want to get a goal early in this period. You're going to have different lines coming into the second period. But yeah, no, not a good start for New Jersey. 4-1 after the first period. Hopefully the Devils do come back. That's going to do it for me tonight. Appreciate you guys coming on, sticking around, throwing some stuff in the chat. We'll definitely do this again soon. Appreciate you guys coming in. And let's go Devils. Hopefully they come back and win this game. And hopefully it's just, a fun night in that way. Devils come back. Devils down 4-1. Thanks for tuning in. And